So, the first thing that you need to know about spells or being a witch in general is that most witches have their specific altar, which is a place where all your sacred objects come to rest and where a lot of your spell working tools are going to be located. When I had a bigger, more invested altar, which was in my old house, I had a whole shelf with a big top surface. And so the top surface was my spell working area, and then underneath it were several shelves of herbs, books, crystals, and candles, and things that I might need to use during my spell work. Today we have the very basic of the basicest altar setup here. I have some incense and a lighter. I have a salt candle, which is going to act as a purifier, keep our safe space, and keep the energy balanced. I also have a red candle, which signifies for me that I bring passion into everything. Red is a color of passion, so I burn that candle every time I do a spell so that I bring passion energy into the spell. And then I also have a little jade heart crystal that I keep on my altar, and that signifies to me that I bring love into all the work that I do. So these are three objects that no matter what spell I'm going to be doing, these objects are going to be there. For you, that could be a specific candle, and you can like engrave some words in there that you want always with you, like a little prayer you can engrave around the candle. You can have a purifying stone, like a big piece of quartz, a big rock salt, selenite, things that are going to purify your space. You could have a chalice or a bowl. You could have a small broom or brushing surface that you might brush away the space. You could have several bowls for salts and herbs and spices. You could have a whole setup of crystals that you bring that energy with you. There's a lot of different altars, and there's a lot of different types of witches, and what they bring to their altar is completely different and personal to them. But the most important thing is to get a small altar set up together, and even if you don't have one, that doesn't mean you can't do a spell. Even wishing somebody a good day, or wishing on a birthday candle or a dandelion, these are all spells. So just because you don't have an altar doesn't mean that you can't do a spell or do magic. It just is something that you accumulate over time as you learn stuff. It all kind of combines into your little altar space. So if you have a coven as well, all of your witches in your coven might bring something to your coven space where you do spells together. You would have an altar circle in the center where you'll all put something of yourself into that circle. So that's kind of the basics of setting up your altar, which is step